Director John Huston made many of his movies because he either wanted to travel somewhere or because he needed the money for his opulent lifestyle. Which brings us to the Bible in the beginning. He had a lot of stars who got juicy roles. George C. Scott, Ava Gardner, Peter O'Toole, Richard Harris. The booze bill alone must have doubled the budget. What was the result? Well, it's about what you'd expect from an atheist director and the producer of the first King Kong remake. Big, loud, lots of everything. The creation of the world is covered in an opening sequence directed by photographer Ernst Haas. Haas went around the world for a year filming volcanoes and water and birds. On its own, it's a terrific short movie. After the pretty Garden of Eden and an Eve who can't act and an Adam who looks numbed by being the first human being created from dirt and wind, we get the Cain and Abel story. It stars Richard Harris, who looks like he's ready to kill his goody-goody brother from his first second on screen. We wait for his anguished emo kid to finally do the deed. Kind of a bummer, I must say. And where did his wife come from? Anyway, on to the Tower of Babel. You can't say they did this on the cheap. The tower is indeed impressive. Stephen Boyd wears too much eyeliner, from which God tells everyone to get the hell out of that tower. He's not fooling around anymore. But in the great tradition of Cecil B. DeMille, the Bible was made to draw people in for the spectacle and the bad stuff. Come for the sinners, stay for the retribution. It presents the Bible stories pretty much as is, generic Judeo-Christian parables with karma catching up with anyone who defies the Lord. Considering some of the garbage big event movies made in the 60s, Huston's is an admirable, ambitious attempt. He doesn't skimp on horses or trees in the Garden of Eden, and he got in trouble for tearing up so much of the place to make it look just right. The one sequence everyone seems to enjoy is the story of the flood, with Huston himself as Noah, and as the voice of God. Huston was the M. Night Shyamalan of his day. The flood is spectacular. I especially like the shots of the doubters who are doomed to drown, though I could do without Noah pointing and laughing. When the ark opens up and the animals pile out, it is undeniably impressive. But like all anthology movies, we're rushed along. My problem with these movies is the built-in relaxation interruptus. We can't settle in and enjoy the scale and depth we get from knowing we're involved in characters for a couple hours. Adam and Eve wander around a little. The Tower of Babel feels like a travelogue, not a story. Only the flood feels like it has the full time it needs to breathe and tell its story. The Sodom and Gomorrah scenes are like outtakes from middle-era Fellini with hints of shocking premarital sex and people with makeup on. Even with Peter O'Toole playing count them, 3 angels, there's no one to grab onto here. Lot is played by Italian actor Gabriele Ferzetti, and he just seems bummed out to be among all these people with painted faces, like a high school drama club's version of Cats. All we can really look forward to is the big moment when Lot's wife turns into a pillar of salt. Having the Twin Cities go up in nuclear explosions is an acceptable statement against the bombs, but the pillar of salt's kind of a letdown. A full-scale ark was built for the Noah scenes, as well as an interior set and several miniatures. So like I say, they really laid it on in the spectacle here. And you don't see a lot of bad blue screen, composite shots. It looks good. Huston was no David Lean, filled with the passion to tell the story of Lawrence of Arabia, but it's not what many dread when we hear the words Bible and movie. George C. Scott as Abraham does the best job, and it was a challenge not making the ultimate raging old man shaking his fist at the sky into a bore. As for the actresses, Ava Gardner does the best job as Ruth, but this isn't a great showcase movie for women. If you're not into the Bible and want to see something spectacular, check out the Bible. Thanks for stopping by. I'm thinking of actually reading the Bible. I've never read it before. It might be interesting. I hear some people like it.